Chosen one. Listen carefully. Heaven has paused everything around you to deliver this moment into your spirit. This is not coincidence, not an accident, not a random interruption. It is divine orchestration. You are standing at a threshold where your next decision will echo in eternity. Do not take this lightly. Do not dismiss what you are hearing. This is too serious. Deep inside, you have always known you are not like the rest. The conversations that excite others never truly satisfied you. The pleasures that distracted many never filled the ache in your soul. And though you tried to blend in, your spirit pulled you aside. That is because you are chosen, set apart, and heaven has marked you. Your scars testify of survival. Every lonely night you endured, every tear that burned in silence, every prayer whispered when no one saw it, all matters. None of it was wasted. The world may have overlooked you, but heaven never turned away. What others mocked, God preserved. What others ignored, God counted. You have been misunderstood because you carry a light that terrifies darkness. That is why some people pulled away. That is why certain doors closed. That is why atmospheres grew heavy when you entered. It was not rejection, it was recognition. Darkness recognized your light before you even fully recognized it yourself. Chosen one. Think back to the moments when rejection stung the most. You thought it was personal, that people left because you weren't enough. But in truth, your very presence exposed what they wanted, hidden. Your light was too sharp for their shadows. Heaven was not punishing you, it was protecting you, ensuring that those who could not handle your destiny would not dilute your purpose. Beloved, the separation you endured was not cruelty, it was consecration. Diamonds are never left in crowded places, they are discovered in hidden mines. So it has been with you. You were hidden not because you lacked value, but because your value was too great to be squandered. Every closed door, every silence, every goodbye was a chiseling, refining the jewel. Heaven is now unveiling. Chosen one. Stop doubting your worth. Stop questioning your purpose. Stop asking if God really has a plan for you. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts..." This is not just a verse for the masses, it is a direct word for you now. You are in a spiritual emergency. Each time you delay, the enemy tightens chains already cracking. Each time you say, "Tomorrow," you push back the breakthrough you've been begging for. This is why your spirit feels restless, because heaven is pulling you away from destruction and into destiny. Beloved, you are not fragile. You are a warrior still in training. The anxiety you fought through, the betrayal you survived, the despair you endured, they were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to forge you into a vessel that darkness cannot overthrow. You are stronger than you know, because the strength inside you is not your own. You carry the breath of the Almighty. You carry authority written in eternity. That is why storms could not drown you. Why fire could not consume you. Why despair could not keep you buried. You are still here because purpose preserved you. And now, this word is the trumpet. Heaven is shaking you awake. No more sleeping through destiny. No more drifting as if you were ordinary. No more pretending you don't feel the fire in your chest. Chosen one. This is your summons, your confirmation, your sign. Pay attention, the crown is already reserved for you. But the path requires your yes, not a half-hearted yes, not a someday yes, a yes that rises now. So I say this with sincerity. If this message burns in your spirit, if you know heaven is speaking directly to you, then do not walk away silently. Share this message so another soul standing at the edge of despair might find hope. Like it, so the trumpet keeps sounding beyond you. Subscribe, because what flows here is not a single drop, but a river you will need to return to again and again. And finally, leave your prophetic mark below. Type the number 777 as a seal over your life. Not superstition, but declaration. It is you saying, I choose destiny over delay. I choose obedience over compromise. I choose my crown now. This simple act is your agreement in both the seen and unseen realms. Chosen one. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. And the time is no longer later. The time is now. Chosen one. Your wounds are not wasted. They carry a language that heaven understands. Even when no one else can, every silent cry in the night, every ache you dared not speak, every scar that burns when memory returns, these are not accidents in your story. They are part of the testimony being written into your life. Your silence has often been louder than your words. When you could not explain your pain, your endurance spoke. When you kept walking despite heaviness, your perseverance shouted. You thought no one noticed, but heaven did. Angels recorded it. The Father drew near when you felt abandoned. And though the world may not have understood, your scars became sacred, markers of survival. Chosen one, you must realize that suffering has been shaping you. Pain, though sharp, has been chiseling your edges. Waiting, though cruel to your emotions, has been stretching your spirit. Loneliness, though cold, has been teaching you to recognize the warmth of divine presence. These things were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to distinguish you. You wondered often, why me? Why the rejection? Why the betrayals? Why the endless nights with no clear answer? Beloved, it is because your destiny required depth. You could not be shallow and still carry what heaven intends for you. That is why you were pulled into valleys others never walked. Why you were tested in silence while others seemed to flourish loudly. Chosen one. Every valley you walked through became a secret classroom. The loneliness that wrapped around you like a cloak was not emptiness but initiation. Heaven used those quiet nights to tune your ears, to sharpen your discernment, to show you that His whisper can be louder than the world's roar. You are stronger because of it. Beloved, the tears that burned your eyes were not wasted drops. They were seeds. Every one of them watered the soil of your calling. Though you thought you were drowning in grief, in truth, you were sowing into a future harvest of joy. The scars you carry are now the rivers that will refresh others. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 34, verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This truth is not abstract. It is the heartbeat of your journey. The very moments you thought God was distant were the very moments He was closest. Chosen one. Your wounds are more than pain. They are preparation. They taught you compassion that cannot be faked. They gave you discernment to recognize truth from deception. They carved humility into your soul so that pride would not derail you later. They prepared you to carry weight with balance, to walk with authority without arrogance. Look back for a moment. Can you see the pattern? What was meant to bury you only planted you. What was designed to crush you became the pressure that refined you. What was spoken to break you is now powerless because you endured. These scars are not signs of defeat, but of resilience. They say, I survived, and I will rise. I am chosen one. The waiting has also been a teacher. Waiting does not mean denial, it means divine design. The delay was not punishment, but preservation. God kept you from stepping into places that would have swallowed you too soon. He shielded you from relationships that would have drained your purpose. He withheld certain opportunities because they were traps disguised as blessings. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you must be. Every hidden season has been holy ground, though it felt barren. Every unanswered prayer has been answered in a way your eyes have not yet seen. Every lonely hour has been heaven's classroom. Chosen one. The day will come when you look back on these scars and thank God for them. You will say, if not for that rejection, I would have settled. If not for that betrayal, I would have trusted the wrong voices. If not for that valley, I would have never learned the strength of His presence. What once brought tears will one day bring thanksgiving. Do not despise your scars. They are sacred. They tell the story of a chosen one who refused to break. They are the evidence of endurance, the signature of heaven's protection, the marks of a vessel being prepared for glory. Wear them without shame, for they prove that grace has been carrying you all along. Beloved, your wounds will not have the final word. Your healing will. Your tears will not be your only memory. Your testimony will. The silence that once crushed you will not define you. The unveiling of destiny will. Chosen one. Stand tall even in your scars. They are not the end of you. They are the proof that God is not done with you. Chosen one. Can you feel the trembling in your spirit? That heaviness that will not let you ignore this moment. It is not random. It is the alarm of heaven sounding in your soul. This is not a casual interruption. This is a divine rescue, pulling you back from distractions that would have led you astray. There comes a point when the whispers of the Spirit become a trumpet. You cannot dismiss it anymore. Every delay, every excuse, every compromise has been stacking weight against your destiny. And now the voice of heaven is clear. Decide. Do not linger at the edge of indecision. This is the moment of turning. Beloved, you have felt it. The restlessness at night, the sudden unease in places that once felt comfortable, the strange clarity in moments when you least expect it. These are not coincidences. They are the mercy of God, interrupting your drift. The Spirit is calling, wake up, before the moment slips away. Beloved, the trembling in your spirit is a summons from heaven, calling you out of complacency into purpose. This urgent shaking breaks routines, réchappe priorité, and clears fog. When you answer swiftly, doors align and grace increases. Delay multiplies risk. Obedience secures momentum. Rise now and step into what awaits. Those nights of restlessness were mercy, not mistake. Each uneasy hour was a shepherd's tug, guiding you away from wrong turns and toward calling. Pay attention to small nudges, prophetic hints, repeated themes. They are coordinates. Write your yes on the soil of this hour. Let faith move you forward. The prophet Elijah spoke as recorded in the first book of Kings, chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. That same challenge echoes now. Heaven does not permit you to straddle both worlds forever. Neutrality is no longer an option. Chosen one. You cannot treat this moment lightly. Each time you postpone obedience, the enemy builds stronger walls around your heart. Each time you whisper, later, the voice of conviction grows softer. Mercy is patient. Yes, but it is not endless. You are standing at the threshold of now. Think of a fire alarm. When it sounds, you don't stay seated. You move immediately. The alarm does not wait for convenience. In the same way, heaven's alarm does not sound for entertainment, it sounds to save you. Delay in the natural means danger. Delay in the spiritual means destruction. And yet, beloved, this urgency is not meant to terrify, but to deliver. God is not exposing you to shame you. He is awakening you to save you. Conviction is not rejection. It is invitation. If he did not love you, he would leave you in silence. But because you are chosen, he interrupts you. Even now, chosen one, you must see the truth. The battle is not in your circumstances alone, it is in your choices. The enemy does not fear your intentions, he fears your obedience. Intentions can be delayed, obedience transforms. That is why this moment matters so deeply. Your yes today carries weight for tomorrow. Your decision in this hour sets the trajectory for seasons to come. Heaven is leaning close, not to pressure you, but to empower you. The Spirit whispers, choose life, choose truth, choose now. And I invite you to respond with a declaration. Write in the comments, I will obey. These 3 words are not casual. They are covenant. When you type them, you are aligning your heart, your spirit, and even the atmosphere around you with heaven's call. You are saying, I refuse delay. I refuse compromise. I refuse distraction. My answer is obedience. Do not underestimate the power of this simple act. Words create realities. By writing, I will obey, you are not only sealing your decision, you are also silencing the enemy's accusations. You are planting a flag in the spiritual realm that declares, this heart belongs fully to God. Oh, think of a soldier receiving orders. He does not argue or postpone. He responds with obedience. In the same way, you are acknowledging that your commander has spoken, and your response is yes. This is not weakness, it is strength. It is you choosing to rise above hesitation and step boldly into destiny. Chosen one. This is your spiritual emergency. The alarms have sounded. The crossroads is before you. Do not look back. Do not delay. Do not linger between shadows and light. Say yes with your words. And let your life echo that yes in every choice from this day forward. The time is no longer tomorrow. The time is no longer someday. The time is now, and heaven waits for your response. Chosen one. You are standing at a threshold more sacred than you realize, the threshold of mercy. Many live their lives thinking mercy is an endless fountain that never shifts, never closes, never changes. But mercy is not a toy. It is not a license to linger in compromise. Mercy is holy, purposeful, and serious. It was never meant to be abused, only embraced. Mercy is the hand of God restraining judgment, the shield that blocks consequences you deserved, the space that allows repentance to blossom. It is heaven saying, I will wait, though you wander. Yet, it is dangerous to confuse patience with permission. Just because discipline has not struck immediately does not mean heaven approves of disobedience. Mercy shields for a season, but it does so to give you time to return, not to encourage you to stray further. Think of a cliff's edge. A warning sign is posted, and a barrier is built to protect you from falling. But if you climb over the barrier again and again, testing limits, one day you may fall. Mercy is that barrier, strong, gracious, protective. Yet when despised, it cannot stop the one who insists on leaping. The ancient words recorded in Romans, chapter 2, verse 4, still echo today. Do you show contempt for the riches of his kindness, forbearance, and patience, not realizing that God's kindness is intended to lead you to repentance? The aim of mercy is never indulgence, it is transformation. Every moment you are spared, it is so you may turn, not so you may remain unchanged. Chosen one. Consider how often mercy has preserved you. Accidents that should have ended in tragedy were averted. Choices that could have destroyed you did not. Relationships that should have crushed you were cut off. Environments that could have buried you shifted suddenly. You thought it was luck or chance, but it was mercy. Mercy wrote, "Not yet," over the verdicts the enemy tried to sign. Yet here lies the warning: mercy does not hover forever. When ignored too long, it retreats. When refused too often, it withdraws. Not because God desires your destruction, but because he will not force himself into a heart that rejects his kindness. Mercy is powerful, but it is also purposeful. When its purpose is scorned, the shield steps back and consequences flood in. Chosen one. Can you feel the seriousness? You are not at liberty to gamble with grace. The longer you dance with delay, the more fragile your heart becomes. The longer you test mercy, the more you risk losing sensitivity to the Spirit's call. When conviction feels faint, it is often because mercy is stepping back, letting the natural weight of choices fall where they may. This is why the Spirit presses so strongly now. You are being called to treat mercy as sacred ground, to bow in gratitude for every spared moment, rather than to treat them as endless credits to squander. Mercy is not a playground. It is a lifeline. And to hold that rope while mocking it is to risk letting go altogether. Look at Israel's history. Time and again, mercy shielded them. Prophets warned. Voices cried out. Patience, Lingel. But when the threshold was crossed, judgment came. Not as cruelty, but as consequence. Not because God was eager to destroy, but because the people refused to change. Their story is your caution. Mercy must not be taken for granted. Chosen one. Pause and remember. Think of the moments when you should not have survived, yet you did. Think of the mistakes that should have destroyed you, yet you walked free. Think of the times you wandered far, yet the voice of God still found you. That is mercy. It preserved you not for indulgence, but for destiny. And now, standing here, You are being asked to take this threshold seriously, to see mercy not as a casual safety net, but as a holy invitation, to understand that your preserved life carries weight, responsibility, and purpose, to recognize that every spared breath is proof you are meant for more. Chosen one. You cannot continue as if mercy were endless indulgence. One day the door will close. One day the final chance will pass. And those who treated mercy lightly will find themselves shocked by silence. But you hear this warning now, so that you may never taste that silence. Mercy is available today. It is speaking, urging, covering, calling. Do not despise it. Do not test it. Do not mock it with delay. Instead, treat it as holy, and let it lead you to the repentance that unlocks destiny. For mercy's purpose is not to let you remain the same, it is to bring you into transformation. Chosen one. The threshold of mercy is open before you now. Step into it with reverence, gratitude, and obedience. For the one who preserved you this long is waiting to reveal why you were spared at all. Chosen one. You must not be naive. There is an enemy who has studied you carefully. He has observed your patterns, tracked your wounds, and whispered lies into your weakest moments. His methods are rarely loud. Sometimes he disguises himself as convenience, sometimes as comfort, sometimes as harmless distractions. That is why you cannot walk blindly. Your awareness is your shield. Think of a predator stalking its prey. It does not rush recklessly, it studies. It notices where the flock wanders from the shepherd. It watches for the injured, the weary, the isolated. In the same way, the enemy waits for moments when you are tired, discouraged, or distracted. His weapon is not always force, but suggestion. His goal is not only to wound, but to derail. Chosen one. Have you ever wondered why certain temptations cycle back again and again? Why particular thoughts return when you are most weary? Why certain people reappear in your life just when you are on the edge of breakthrough? These are not coincidences. They are strategies. Darkness is calculated, but it is not creative. It repeats the same snares, hoping you will not notice. Yet you are not defenseless. Heaven has armed you with everything you need to stand. According to what is revealed in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11, put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. This is not poetic suggestion, it is strategy. Armor is not decorative, it is essential. Without it, every arrow pierces. With it, no arrow can prevail. Think of prayer as your helmet. It guards your mind against lies. Think of worship as your sword. It cuts through despair. Think of the word as your shield. It blocks the accusations of the enemy. These are not rituals to check off. They are weapons forged to protect your soul. The enemy does not tremble at talent or status. He trembles at a chosen one who knows how to wield their armor. Chosen one. The intensity of your battles is proof of your value. If you were ordinary, the enemy would not care. Lions do not waste energy roaring at mice. They roar at threats. The darkness presses hardest against those who carry the most light. That is why your warfare has been relentless, because you are a threat. But even as you fight, remember this: no soldier wins a war alone. Even the strongest warrior needs supply lines. No army survives without provisions, and no battle is won without reinforcements. In the same way, This very message, words that sharpen your spirit, reminders that keep your armor strong, is also part of that supply. Think of it like a lighthouse standing against storms. Its beam does not shine for itself, but for the countless ships at sea. Yet the lighthouse only continues if oil fills its lamp. This work, this stream of words, is like that lighthouse. And you, beloved, can be part of keeping it burning. Share this message so it can reach others adrift in their storms. Like it so the light expands beyond your own circle. Subscribe so you remain connected to a continual flow of strength. And if your heart is stirred, partner through giving, not out of obligation, but as participation. Your support is oil in the lamp, fuel for the fire, reinforcement for the battle. Do not underestimate this. One share may be the lifeline for someone sinking. One act of generosity may keep the trumpet sounding when silence threatened. One simple subscription may anchor you in a stream of encouragement you will desperately need tomorrow. These actions are not small. They are alliances with heaven's mission. Chosen one. Understand this. The enemy fears your awareness. Once you see his patterns, his traps lose power. Once you wear your armor, his arrows cannot pierce. Once you link arms with others, his isolation tactic crumbles. And once you fuel the mission that feeds your spirit, his attempts to silence the voice of truth fail completely. The battle is real, but so is your victory. Do not walk casually, but do not walk afraid. You are armed, you are watched over, and you are chosen. And no scheme, no whisper, no strategy of darkness can overthrow what God has sealed in you. So stand tall, armored and alert. And remember, even as the enemy schemes, heaven surrounds. You are never fighting alone. Chosen one. Victories are not always won by grand gestures. Often, they are secured in the quiet persistence of obedience. The world may never applaud the small choices you make, but heaven records each one, every refusal to compromise, every moment you turn away from temptation, every hidden prayer spoken when no one listens. These are sacred acts of resistance. The enemy is cunning. He does not always strike with force. Sometimes he chips away at your discipline. He knows passion burns bright for a moment, but fades quickly, while consistency builds walls that cannot be shaken. That is why the daily resistance matters more than the dramatic display. Your strength is forged in routine obedience. Consider a soldier in training. His greatness is not measured only on the battlefield, but in the hidden hours of preparation when he runs in silence, sharpens his sword, or strengthens his body. Likewise, your resistance in secret is the training ground for your authority in public. What you conquer in private equips you for what you will face in the open. Chosen one. Do not dismiss the small acts of obedience. Each secret prayer, each refusal of temptation, every private action lays a brick for the throne you will wear. Quiet perseverance shapes character and forges faith. And when the appointed hour arrives, those small things become the solid foundation of the authority you will carry that will stand unshaken through trial. Proving your readiness to lead with humility and courage. Do not allow the enemy to wear you down with habits of neglect. He attacks through fatigue and the normalization of sin. Turn daily discipline into armor. The morning you rise to pray. The choice you make for integrity. The moment you refuse compromise. These repeated acts accumulate into strength, forming a defensive wall around your destiny and ensuring the enemy cannot slip through the cracks or silence your voice. The Spirit spoke through the book of James, chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves, then, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. This is not suggestion, it is instruction. The devil does not flee from talent, nor from titles, but from resistance grounded in submission, your daily. Yes to God is your weapon, chosen one. Resistance may feel costly. It might strip away friendships. It might isolate you from circles you once cherished. It may even invite misunderstanding from those who cannot grasp your standard. But remember, sacred resistance is not meant to make you popular, it is meant to make you unshakable. Better to be misunderstood for obedience than celebrated for compromise. Do not despise the little victories. Each time you turn your eyes from what seeks to corrupt them, you strengthen your crown. Each time you bite your tongue, instead of releasing poison, you polish your armor. Each time you choose stillness over distraction, you sharpen your sword. Heaven sees it all. The enemy thrives on just once. He whispers, "It will not matter if you bend just once." But chosen ones understand that just once is how chains are forged. Sacred resistance says, "Not even once." It is in these firm refusals that the backbone of destiny is strengthened. Beloved, you may wonder if your hidden obedience matters. Let me assure you it does. What you resist in the shadows builds the fortress others will one day see. Every act of faithfulness is a brick in the wall that darkness cannot climb. You are building endurance, one decision at a time. Now, mark this moment with prophetic agreement. Type the number 888 inches, the comments. 8 is the number of new beginnings, and tripled, it becomes a seal of abundant renewal. By declaring 888, you are saying, "My obedience today births a new season. My resistance builds a new foundation. My yes creates a new chapter." End quote. Do not think this is about numbers alone. It is about alignment. By writing 888, you declare that your future will not be defined by compromise, but by consecration. You are sealing in faith that every act of resistance is opening doors to renewal and abundance. Chosen one, never underestimate the ripple effect of your daily choices. Your no to compromise is a yes to destiny. Your hidden prayers are louder than the enemy's accusations. Your unseen tears water the seeds of tomorrow's harvest. Heaven is moved by the faithfulness no one else notices. And in the end, your resistance will speak for you. People will marvel at your strength but will not know it was built in silence. They will see your authority but will not understand the battles fought in prayer. They will respect your crown but will not recognize it was polished through countless hidden refusals. So hold firm. Resist daily. Stand unwavering. And let your life testify that chosen ones do not crumble under pressure. They rise because of it. Chosen one. The road you are walking is not random. It is lined with prophetic signposts, markers placed by heaven to keep you from losing your way. You may think you are stumbling through shadows, but in truth, you are being guided step by step. God has never left his chosen ones to wander without direction. He always leaves signs for those who are watching closely. These signs are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they come quietly, in subtle patterns repeated until you cannot ignore them. a dream that lingers long after waking, a number that seems to follow you everywhere, a phrase someone speaks that pierces your heart with unusual clarity. These are not accidents. They are coordinates written into your journey. Chosen one, you must learn the language of heaven's hints. The world trains you to ignore them, to chalk them up as coincidence, to shrug and move on. But heaven speaks through patterns, and when you pay attention, you begin to see the roadmap hidden in your days, your dreams, your inner stirrings, your sudden bursts of peace or conviction. All of these are prophetic signposts urging you onward. The prophet Habakkuk was told something crucial about such visions. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it." This is why you cannot merely notice a sign, you must record it. What seems small in the moment becomes the confirmation you will need later when the path grows dark. Chosen one. Too often you dismiss what God has been trying to highlight. You tell yourself, "It's just my imagination," or "That's strange," but meaningless. Yet deep down you feel the stirring. The repetition nags at your spirit because it is not random, it is revelation. Heaven has been more talkative than you realize. The issue is not his silence, but your attention. Signs may come in many forms. Some are internal, a sudden heaviness warning you against a choice, or a surge of peace telling you to proceed. Some are external doors that refuse to open, no matter how hard you push, or unexpected opportunities that swing wide, effortlessly. Some are symbolic visions, scriptures, or patterns in creation that echo something your spirit already knows. But not every sign is genuine. The enemy plants counterfeits, hoping to lead you into confusion. This is why discernment is critical. A true sign aligns with the Word of God, carries peace within your spirit, and nudges you toward obedience. A false sign stirs fear, fuels pride, or distracts you from your calling. Do not follow every whisper, blindly test them against the truth. When heaven repeats something, pay close attention. Repetition is heaven's highlighter. If the same scripture appears in your reading, in conversations, and in sermons, it is not by chance. If the same theme resurfaces in dreams, impressions, and symbols, you are being pointed somewhere. Do not dismiss what is persistent. It is persistence because heaven refuses to let you miss it. Chosen one. You may not always see the whole map, but you will always be given the next marker. Prophetic signposts are like lamps along a mountain path. You may not see the destination, but you can always see the next step. That is enough. Faith is not about knowing everything. It is about trusting the one who leaves the signs. And here is a mystery. The more you honor the signposts you've already been given, the clearer the next ones become. Obedience sharpens vision. Gratitude sharpens hearing. When you treasure the little confirmations, bigger revelations follow. But when you neglect them, even clear signs begin to blur. Chosen one. Do not feel unworthy of such guidance. You are chosen, and chosen ones are never left without direction. The shepherd always leaves traces of his presence to lead you back. Sometimes it is a scripture that leaps from the page. Sometimes it is a memory of past faithfulness that whispers reassurance. Sometimes it is an interruption that reroutes you from disaster. All are proof that you are not wandering, you are being led. Every signpost is mercy in disguise. It is God saying, I am still here. Keep walking. Your part is to stay attentive, to keep your spirit sensitive, and to act when the sign is clear. Delay is dangerous, but obedience unlocks the next marker. So, open your eyes. Do not despise small whispers. Do not shrug off strange repetitions. Ask, Lord, what are you showing me? And then wait for the answer, for He has not abandoned you. He is guiding you, and the signs, if you notice them, will lead you exactly where you are meant to go. Chosen one. You are not lost. You are not wandering without purpose. You are being guided by prophetic signposts every day, in ways you are just beginning to see. Trust the journey. Follow the signs, and know that the one who placed them will never let you stray too far. Chosen one. Have you noticed how heavy your journey has felt compared to others? You carry burdens that sometimes seem unfair, challenges that appear relentless, and seasons of silence that stretch longer than you imagined. It has not been punishment. It has been architecture. The weight you carry is the scaffolding of destiny being built within you. You were never designed for a shallow life. Ordinary vessels collapse under extraordinary pressure, but chosen vessels are forged to endure. That is why your road has felt steeper. That is why your path has seemed lonelier. Heaven has been shaping you, pressing you, and molding you, not to crush you, but to prepare you for a weight of glory. Think of a bridge. Before it can bear the weight of others, it must endure a rigorous testing. Engineers apply pressure, load after load, until they are certain it will not collapse. Only then is it opened for travelers to pass safely. In the same way, your trials have tested your strength. Every betrayal, every rejection, every delay was a load placed on your soul. And though you feared collapse, you did not break. You proved you could carry more than you thought. Chosen one. Your burdens have not been meaningless. They were chosen tools, chisels in the hand of the potter. They have been stretching you to hold capacity for what is coming. You have been entrusted with pain because you will be entrusted with influence. You have been allowed to carry sorrow because one day you will carry many into healing. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 66, verse 10. For you, God, tested us, you refined us like silver. This is the secret of your suffering. Silver does not shine until fire has burned away its impurities. In the same way, your fire seasons have not destroyed you, they have revealed you. Beloved, the enemy has tried to convince you that the heaviness meant you were cursed. But what he called curse, heaven called construction. What he said would bury you, God used to plant you. What he declared would end you. God transformed into the very pressure that refined you. Your tears have watered compassion that no classroom could teach. Your scars have carved discernment, sharper than any textbook. Your endurance has forged resilience that cannot be faked. These qualities are not incidental. They are required for the destiny you carry. Without them, the weight of your future would crush you. With them, you can bear it with grace. Consider the oak tree. It does not grow tall overnight. Storms beat against it. Winds threaten to uproot it. Yet each trial forces its roots deeper. The very pressure that threatened to topple it became the reason it endured. That is your story. Every storm you survived forced your roots into deeper soil, anchoring you for greater heights. Chosen one. Many times you asked, "Why me?" One day you will declare, "It had to be me," because no one else could have endured what you endured and still remained standing. No one else could have walked your path and still carried faith intact. No one else could have borne your scars and still chosen to rise. The uniqueness of your pain is evidence of the uniqueness of your calling. The heaviness you feel is not hopelessness, it is holiness. It is destiny pressing itself into your bones. It is purpose stretching you beyond your comfort zone. It is God's hand writing endurance into your soul. Do not mistake this pressure for punishment. It is proof you are trusted. Chosen one. Your weight is not for you alone. You are carrying more than yourself. Your trials will one day become testimonies for others. Your endurance will one day be their encouragement. Your scars will become their roadmap. You are being shaped not just for survival, but for service. The generations behind you will stand on the shoulders of what you carried faithfully. Do not despise the heaviness. Celebrate it as evidence that you are being fitted for glory, like a crown forged in gold. Your destiny required fire, pressure, and weight. And now, though you still feel the burden, you are stronger than ever. The very fact that you are still here proves that you are not fragile. You are fortified. Chosen one. Lift your head. The heaviness has not been your end. It has been your becoming. And soon, what felt like endless pressure will reveal itself as preparation for influence greater than you imagined. Chosen one. Do you see what your struggles truly have been? They were not punishments. They were not accidents. They were fire. And fire has only one purpose for the chosen. It refines. It strips away what is fragile, temporary, or false, until only what is unshakable remains. That is why your path has felt so consuming at times. You have not merely survived trials, you have been transformed by them. At times, you begged for the flames to stop. You cried for relief, certain that the intensity would undo you. Yet here you stand. The fire did not consume you, it revealed you. What you lost in those seasons were not things essential for your destiny. They were dross, burned away so the gold of your faith could shine brighter. Chosen one. The heat that once threatened to suffocate you was in truth the very breath that awakened your destiny. Fire clarifies. Fire exposes. Fire strengthens. What was flimsy could not remain, but what was eternal endured. And now your faith gleams brighter. Your resilience speaks louder. Your spirit stands taller than ever before. Beloved, never despise the furnace, for it was the birthplace of your authority. Those who never enter the flames cannot carry the same depth, the same weight, the same power. You emerged, seasoned, tried, and proven. The fire was not your end, it was your unveiling. Now you walk not as fragile, but as forged. The Apostle Peter described this mystery with piercing clarity. The ancient words recorded in the first letter of Peter, chapter 1, verse 7. Declare, these trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested. As fire tests and purifies gold, your faith is more precious. Hear this, the fire is not proof of God's absence, but of your faith's value. Heaven allows no chosen one into the furnace without intending to crown them afterward. Chosen one. Think of the blacksmith. He does not place iron in the fire because he despises it. He places it there because he envisions its destiny as a weapon. The hammer strikes. The heat blazes. And the shaping continues until the blade gleams sharp and unbreakable. That is you. Every strike. Every flame. Every pressure has been forging you into a vessel of authority. The refining fire does not merely leave you intact, it leaves you equipped. You do not exit it the same as you entered. You enter fearful, but you leave fearless. You enter wounded, but you leave healed. You enter uncertain, but you leave carrying clarity. The fire takes much, but what it leaves is priceless. Chosen one. You are not just a survivor of the fire, you are the product of it. Survivors say, I escaped. Refined ones say, I was transformed. Survivors avoid the flames afterward. Refined ones walk back into the fire to pull others out. That is your calling, not just to endure, but to lead others through the very furnace that once terrified you. Your scars are not marks of shame, they are marks of proof. They say, I went through the flames, and I emerged with faith intact. Your tears are not signs of weakness, they are water that quenched despair and watered hope. Your persistence in the fire is proof that you are not ordinary, you are chosen. And now, beloved, I ask you to mark this moment with declaration. Type these words below. I am stronger. This is more than a sentence, it is a seal. When you write it, you are proclaiming to yourself, to heaven, and to every dark force that tried to destroy you, the fire did not win. I came out stronger. It is a prophetic act, a way of stamping your journey with faith instead of fear. Do not underestimate the weight of this declaration. Words create atmosphere. By writing, I am stronger, you shift your inner narrative. You silence the lie that you are broken beyond repair. You claim the truth that every flame only fortified you further. This simple act is not casual, it is covenant. Chosen one. Your life will no longer be defined by the fire you endured, but by the strength it produced. Others will see you and marvel at your endurance. But only you and heaven will know what it cost. And that cost will not be wasted. It will become the wisdom you impart, the authority you carry, the courage you inspire in others. So, wear your scars with dignity. Let your story shine without shame, for the fire that was meant to break you has only made you unbreakable, and the world is waiting to see the strength you now carry. Chosen one. The weight you carry is not only a burden, it is also a set of keys. Every tear, every prayer, every act of obedience in the secret place has been shaping those keys in your hands. And now, heaven whispers, use them. You are not locked out of destiny. You are entrusted with authority to open what once was shut. Think of a great palace. Behind every door lies a chamber, some filled with treasure, some with weapons, some with maps that guide nations. But only those holding the right keys can enter in the same way. Your life has chambers waiting to be unlocked. The keys are not found in human wisdom, they are forged in surrender, discipline, and faith. Jesus spoke with clarity about this mystery. As recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 19, I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose. These words are not distant history, they are your present reality. Chosen one. Have you realized? You are not a beggar at heaven's gate. You are a steward of keys. Yet keys must be used. A key kept in the pocket has no power. A key turned reluctantly will never open what resists. Authority is proven when you dare to turn the lock, even trembling, even uncertain. Prayer is one key. When you pray, you are not whispering into emptiness. You are unlocking gates for angels to move and for strongholds to fall. Worship is another key. When you lift your song, loosen, and atmospheres shift. Obedience is perhaps the most powerful key of all, for it aligns your life with heaven's order, causing doors to swing wide that no human hand could touch. But do not miss this. The enemy works hard to convince you your keys do not matter. He tries to keep you distracted, so you forget to pray. He tries to fill you with doubt, so you hesitate to obey. He tries to wear you down, so worship feels too heavy. Why? Because he knows what will happen when you start turning your keys. Chosen one. Imagine a musician holding the keys of melody. With just a few strokes, he can stir emotions, awaken memories, shift atmospheres. Without his keys, the instrument stays silent. With them, music flows that touches hearts unseen. That is the same with you. Your keys unlock destinies, not just for yourself, but for those connected to you. And here I pause to speak sincerely. Just as a lamp burns only when supplied with oil, this stream of words and encouragement also needs fuel to keep shining. If these keys have unlocked something in you, let them not stop with you. Share this message with another soul who needs to discover their keys. Like it, so the light reaches farther than your own circle. Subscribe, so you remain connected to the continual flow of guidance. And if you feel stirred, partner through giving, not out of pressure, but as participation. Think of it as pouring oil into the lamp that continues to shine for others lost in the dark. This is not a transaction, it is a collaboration. You are joining hands with heaven's mission. Just as soldiers on the field depend on supply lines, so too does this light depend on those who keep the flame burning. Your action today, whether sharing, subscribing, or giving, is not small. It becomes part of the chain that keeps hope alive for someone else. Chosen one. The time to use your keys is now. Stop leaving them idle. Stop doubting if they work. Heaven has already entrusted them to you. The locks are waiting. And once you begin, once you turn them with courage, you will see doors opening you never dreamed possible. You will unlock courage for the fearful. You will unlock direction for the lost. You will unlock healing for the broken. The keys in your hand are not symbolic, they are practical. Use them and watch as heaven confirms your authority with breakthrough after breakthrough. Beloved, you were never meant to wander corridors in despair. You were meant to stride with confidence, turning keys with boldness, opening what others said was impossible. The palace of destiny is not closed to you. It has simply been waiting for you to step forward and turn the lock. So rise now. Lift your head. Grip the keys firmly. Pray without fear. Worship without shame. Obey without hesitation. The locks before you are not permanent barriers. They are invitations. And the moment you turn the key, the way will open. Chosen one. No journey of destiny is walked alone. Even when your path has felt suffocatingly lonely, even when you convinced yourself that no one understood, heaven had already woven threads of alliance around your steps. Some allies walk in flesh and blood. Others operate unseen. Some encourage you in passing, while others are stationed beside you for seasons. All are part of the hidden network, heaven designed to make sure you never collapse completely. You may recall the betrayals that stung, the departures that broke your trust, the rejections that made you question your worth. Yet even in those very moments, other voices emerged to strengthen you. Sometimes it was a friend's unexpected call, sometimes a stranger's kind word, sometimes a sudden inner assurance that you were not forsaken. These were not coincidences. They were strategic alliances sent to carry you when you could not walk alone. Consider David, anointed yet hunted. Saul pursued him relentlessly. Enemies surrounded him, and even his own kin turned against him. But God raised Jonathan to protect him, loyal warriors to fight for him, and even strangers who offered provision during his flight. David's survival was not only the result of his courage, it was the result of heaven-ordained alliances. The same principle is at work in your life. The wisdom of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verses 9 and 10, declares with clarity, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. This is why alliances matter. No chosen one is ever designed to stand completely isolated. Strength multiplies in connection. Chosen one. Do not underestimate the power of hidden alliances. Some intercede for you without you ever knowing their names. Some shield you from dangers you never saw coming. Others walk with you for a brief moment, yet leave an impact that echoes for years. You must open your eyes to see the fingerprints of these alignments across your story. But discernment is vital. Not every alliance is divine. The enemy also sends counterfeit voices that flatter but drain, companions that smile but distract, connections that appear supportive, yet undermine your calling. Discern alliances by their fruit. Do they draw you closer to obedience? Or do they feed compromise? Do they spark peace? Or do they stir confusion? Do they amplify your devotion or weaken it? Chosen one. Sometimes alliances are angelic. How many accidents were avoided because unseen hands intervened? How many times did you feel a sudden nudge to wait? And by waiting, you missed danger ahead. These are not random instincts. They are the ministry of angels encamped around you. Alliances you rarely notice, yet desperately depend on. At other times, alliances appear as mentors, those who plant wisdom into your spirit with a single conversation, redirecting the course of your future. Or perhaps they appear as intercessors, quietly covering your name in prayer while you sleep unaware. Some are ordinary faces who simply showed kindness at your breaking point. All of them were positioned by heaven to remind you that you are not abandoned. You, too, are called to be an alliance for others. The same way someone prayed for you, you will pray for another. The same way someone lifted you, you will lift another. The same way you were protected, you will protect. Your scars have qualified you to stand as a shelter for others walking through storms. What you carry now is not only for yourself, but for those heaven will send to you. This truth should both comfort and sober you. Comfort, because you are not as alone as you think. Sober, because you are responsible to steward alliances well. Do not take lightly the prayers others pray over you. Do not dismiss the wisdom given through mentors. Do not neglect the friendships heaven has planted. Each alliance is a holy investment in your journey. Chosen one. Alliances are heaven's way of ensuring destiny is never sabotaged by isolation. When the burden is too heavy, a shoulder appears. When the battle is too fierce, a warrior rises beside you. When your faith is too weak, an encourager's words become your strength. None of this is by accident. All of it is orchestration. So take courage, even when the path narrows, even when you feel abandoned, even when silence screams. Know this: you are carried not only by your strength, but by a hidden web of alliances. And in the days to come, you will look back and see that survival was not by chance, but by the design of a God who never leaves his chosen ones without help. Chosen one, there is a sacred moment when heaven begins to move pieces in your life. Even before you realize it, doors you thought were permanent begin to close. Paths you once relied on suddenly vanish. Relationships shift without warning. It feels like instability. But in truth, it is divine repositioning. God never uproots without intent. He never shifts without strategy. You may not see the full picture yet, but the master planner does. Just as a skilled chess player moves each piece with foresight, heaven moves you into places of advantage for battles you cannot yet see. What appears like loss is often strategy. What feels like delay is often acceleration hidden in disguise. Chosen one, you cannot stay where you once were. The ground that sustained your last season cannot carry the weight of your next. If you tried to remain, the very soil would reject you. That is why discomfort has entered your life. It is heaven's way of saying, it is time to move. Oh, repositioning feels like exile sometimes. It feels as if you are stripped of everything familiar. But exile is often preparation for elevation. What is torn down now is to make way for what is greater. You are not being abandoned, you are being aligned. Chosen one. Think of the seed buried in the soil. To the seed, the darkness feels like exile. The weight of the earth feels like suffocation. Yet in truth, it is not burial but planting. The breaking of the shell is painful, but it is the only way new life can emerge. So it is with your repositioning. The ancient voice of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19, declares with power, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." Notice the question, do you not perceive it? The new has already begun. But, perception, détermine participation. Chosen one. Perception is your key in this season. You must see beyond what your eyes show. Where others see endings, you must discern beginnings. Where others see wilderness, you must recognize runways. Where others see wasteland, you must anticipate rivers. Do not cling to what heaven has already removed. Do not mourn over doors that no longer open. Do not idolize seasons that were never meant to be permanent. Your mourning over the past may blind you to the streams already flowing in your present. Think of an eagle. When its wings outgrow the nest, the mother makes the nest uncomfortable, pushing the eaglet toward the skies. Safety turns into struggle, not out of cruelty, but to activate flight. That is what is happening to you. The discomfort you feel is not rejection, it is propulsion. Chosen one. Timing is also critical. Heaven's repositioning does not operate on human calendars. It may feel early, or it may feel late, but God's timing is precise. A delay is not denial, it is choreography. Every step you take, Every pause you endure is part of a larger dance orchestrated by divine hands. The danger is to resist the shift, to fight for doors that were never meant to stay open, to force yourself into rooms where grace has already departed. Do not resist what heaven is aligning. Resistance to repositioning is resistance to destiny itself. Chosen one, mark this truth in your heart. The shift is not loss, it is strategy. The very instability you feel is the proof that God is moving. The unfamiliar path ahead is not chaos, it is choreography. And though you may tremble, you are safer in uncertainty with God than in false stability without Him. Now, as a prophetic act of agreement, type the number 4,444 inches. The comments. Why this number? 4 is the number of foundations, of stability, of the earth itself. By writing 4,444, you declare that you welcome divine repositioning. You are saying, Lord, establish my steps. Build me on the foundation of your will. Anchor me in the shift. This is not superstition. It is declaration. Numbers in Scripture often symbolize realities greater than themselves. By choosing 4,444, you align yourself with heaven's work of establishing and securing your new season. Chosen one, take courage. You are not being moved to your downfall, you are being shifted to your unveiling. The wilderness ahead will not consume you, it will refine you. The streams you need are already waiting in the wasteland. The new thing has begun, and if you perceive it, you will participate in it fully. So do not fear the instability. Do not mourn the endings. Step forward into the unknown with confidence. The hand that repositions you is the same hand that crowns you. Chosen one, among all the dangers you face, pride is perhaps the most subtle and the most destructive. It does not announce itself with noise. It creeps in quietly, hidden beneath success, disguised as confidence, cloaked as independence. Pride is not always loud boasting. Often, it is the silent thought, I can do this without God. That whisper is deadly. Pride blinds. It blinds you to correction, to dependence, to gratitude. It convinces you that your victories are yours alone, that your wisdom is sufficient, that your strength will always hold. Yet the truth is this: everything you are, everything you carry, every breath you draw is sustained by grace. Without that grace, crowns crumble and callings collapse. Chosen one, humility is not chains that bind you, but wings that steady your flight. When you remember the source of your strength, you rise higher without fear of falling. Gratitude keeps your vision clear, reminding you daily that the glory on your life is evidence of God's hand, not your own. Beloved, think of rivers flowing from a mountain. The stream never boasts, for it knows its water comes from above, so it must be with you. Your influence, your wisdom, your endurance, none are self-made. They are poured into you. A humble heart channels that flow, allowing living water to refresh others. The sacred text in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 18, thunders with clarity, pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Notice the order: destruction is not random. It is preceded by pride. Every great collapse, whether of kingdoms or individuals, began with the hidden poison of arrogance. Chosen one, you have endured too much to stumble on this snare. The enemy knows he cannot always destroy you with external attacks. So, he tempts you with internal inflation. He whispers, "Look what you have built. Look how strong you are. Look how far you've come." If you agree with that whisper, blindness follows. Pride is subtle, but it is fatal. Yet humility protects. Humility is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. It is remembering that every victory is borrowed strength. Every breakthrough is divine mercy. Every open door is the hand of God. Humility bows low, even while carrying authority. Chosen one, think of water in a vessel. If the vessel tilts too high, water spills and is wasted. But when the vessel is balanced, it carries water safely. Pride tilts the vessel until blessings spill out. Humility keeps the vessel steady, carrying the weight without losing it. Isolation is another fruit of pride. It convinces you that you no longer need correction, no longer need counsel, no longer need accountability. But isolation is dangerous ground. Even the strongest chosen ones require voices that sharpen them, warn them, and call them back when they drift. Pride silences those voices, leaving you vulnerable to collapse. Consider Lucifer, clothed in light and beauty, standing near the throne. His fall was not because of lack, but because of pride. He looked inward, desiring to be equal with God, and that desire birthed rebellion. His fall was catastrophic, not gradual, and the same poison still seeks chosen ones today. Chosen one, humility is your shield. It reminds you daily, without him, I am nothing. With him, I can do all things. It protects your crown from slipping, your authority from corrupting, your influence from consuming you. Humility does not diminish glory. It ensures glory is directed to the one who deserves it. Ask yourself often, why am I doing this? Is it for applause or obedience? For recognition or reverence? To build my kingdom or his? These questions cut through pride and anchor you in humility. Chosen one, you will rise higher than you imagine. But the higher you rise, the more dangerous pride becomes. That is why your foundation must be humility. The crown on your head is not a reward for perfection. It is a gift of grace. Carry it with trembling reverence, not careless arrogance. Remember, pride always isolates, but humility always connects. Pride exalts self, but humility exalts God. Pride leads to blindness, but humility sharpens vision. The paradox of heaven is this: the lower you bow, the higher you are lifted. Chosen one, take this seriously. Pride has destroyed kings, toppled prophets, and silenced voices meant for nations. Do not let it steal what you have fought so hard to gain. Guard your heart, embrace humility, and walk as one who knows that the crown you carry was never yours to boast in. It was always his to entrust. Chosen one, there comes a moment when silence no longer serves you. What has been hidden within, whispered only in prayer and carried secretly in your heart, must be released. This is prophetic activation, the moment when the word of God stored in your spirit moves from thought to declaration, from potential to power. Prophecy is not merely foretelling the future, it is announcing heaven's reality into the present. When you speak the word with faith, You are not offering wishful encouragement. You are wielding authority. Atmospheres shift, chain loosen, darkness trembles. What lies dormant begins to stir again. That is why your voice matters. The enemy has worked tirelessly to silence you. He uses fear of being wrong, fear of rejection, and fear of being misunderstood. He whispers, "Stay quiet. No one will listen." Yet the very reason he attacks your voice is because it carries weight. If your words were powerless, he would not resist them. Consider the valley of dry bones that the prophet Ezekiel stood before. God did not tell him to analyze the bones, nor to mourn over them. He commanded him to prophesy. And when Ezekiel spoke, life entered what was lifeless. Bones rattled, flesh returned, breath filled lungs, and a vast army stood where a graveyard once lay. The miracle was not in silence, it was in activation. Chosen one. Let this truth settle deeply. Silence preserves nothing, but declaration creates everything. The valley remained a graveyard until a voice dared to speak. In the same way, situations in your life will remain stagnant unless you release what God has already placed inside you. When your lips align with heaven's breath, impossibility bows and dormant places awaken. The Apostle Paul reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 3, "But the one who prophesies speaks to people for their strengthening, encouraging, and comfort." Notice the purpose. Prophecy is not a tool for pride, not a platform for ego. It is an act of service, a vessel through which heaven pours strength into the weary, encouragement into the hopeless, and comfort into the broken. Chosen one. Do not minimize the words that stir in your spirit. They are not only for you. They are meant to be spoken into lives around you. Someone's breakthrough is tied to your obedience to release what God has placed within. A single phrase can revive faith. A single declaration can shatter despair. A single word can redirect destiny. Prophetic activation begins in the secret place. You do not need a stage. You begin by prophesying over yourself. Declare life over your body. Speak peace over your mind. Announce strength over your weakness. When you look in the mirror, let your reflection hear what heaven has already spoken about you. This practice does not inflate ego, it aligns identity. Then extend it outward. Speak over your family. Declare restoration in your household. Release words of direction and encouragement over your loved ones. Let your prayers be seasoned not only with requests, but with proclamations. As your boldness grows in private, your authority will manifest in public. Chosen one. Remember, prophetic activation is not performance. It is obedience. Accuracy comes with practice, but purity comes with humility. When your heart is surrendered, heaven refines your voice. Do not fear mistakes, fear silence. A pure heart that dares to speak will always bear fruit. And prophecy is not only words, it is action aligned with declaration. You cannot declare freedom, yet continue to embrace bondage. You cannot announce destiny, yet linger in delay. Your life must harmonize with your lips. When word and deed agree, authority multiplies. Chosen one. The time for silence has ended. The mantle on you requires a voice. Your scars are not just private reminders, they are public testimonies meant to release hope. Your survival is not only your own victory, it is a trumpet for others still fighting. Prophetic activation transforms your history into someone else's prophecy of possibility. Think of your voice as a torch. In your silence, it flickers unseen. In your activation, it becomes a flame others can follow. Some walk in darkness, waiting for light. You may be the voice that guides them through. Do not withhold your fire. Release it, and watch the sparks multiply. Chosen one. You were not chosen to stay quiet. You were chosen to declare, to awaken, to release. The words within you are not ordinary. They are embers of heaven waiting for breath. And when you speak them, when you prophesy with boldness, life will rise where only ashes remained. Chosen one. The seasons of hidden struggle were not wasted. They were seeds. Seeds never sprout in the light first. They must be buried, pressed beneath the soil, seemingly forgotten. Yet in that dark and hidden place, life begins. That is what your journey has been. The times when you felt unseen, unheard, and overlooked were not your burial. They were your planting. And now, as the soil cracks and the green shoot pushes through, heaven whispers, you are rising into visibility. People will see the bloom, but they will not understand the weight of the soil you pushed through. They will admire the fruit, but they will not know the breaking it cost you. They will hear your wisdom, but they will not realize it was purchased through silence and tears. Chosen one. Your story is not only survival, it is blueprint. What you endured in secret will become instruction for those who walk behind you. The weight that almost broke you has now become the very strength that holds others. Your scars will be maps. Your resilience will be shelter. Your endurance will be testimony. Chosen one. Never underestimate the silent years. They were not wasted seasons but sacred training grounds. Like roots spreading unseen beneath the soil, you were deepening even when nothing appeared on the surface. That hidden strength is why you will not topple when winds rise. Your private battles have built a public resilience, and soon others will find shade beneath what once felt like your loneliness. The Apostle Paul reminds us in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 4. He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we receive. Notice this exchange. Your comfort is not only for you, it is to be multiplied. Your survival is not a trophy, it is an inheritance for others. Think of a lighthouse battered by storms. Its stone foundation is scarred by waves, yet its beam shines unshaken across the sea. Ships steer by that light, trusting it precisely because it has endured what they fear. You are that lighthouse. Your credibility comes not from avoiding storms, but from withstanding them. But remember, lighthouses require oil. Without fresh supply, the flame dims. And just as lamps need oil, so too does this stream of messages require fuel to continue shining. If these words have steadied your soul, then let the light not stop with you. Share this message with another wandering soul. It may be the beacon they need tonight. Like it, so the light spreads beyond your reach. Subscribe, so you remain connected to the ongoing flow of strength. And if you feel led, sow into this work. Think of it not as donation, but as oil poured into a lamp that must never go out. Your participation is not small. A simple share may rescue someone drowning in despair. A kind offering may keep the flame burning when the night is darkest. A subscription may be the anchor that holds you steady when your next storm comes. These are not casual actions, they are prophetic ones. And beloved, Do not hesitate to mark this moment with your voice. Comment below with your reflection. What pierced you? What stirred you? What reminded you that you are chosen? Your words may be the very confirmation someone else is praying for. You never know who is scrolling in silence, desperate for hope, and will find it through your courage to speak. Chosen one. Visibility is not vanity, it is responsibility. The crown you carry is not a decoration, it is a weight. It demands that you shine not for your own glory, but for the glory of the one who preserved you. Do not treat this rising lightly. You were hidden for a reason, and you are revealed for a reason. So walk boldly, but also walk humbly. Carry the scars with dignity. Shine your light without shame, and let your story become a shelter for others. You are no longer only the one who endured, you are now the one who guides. And never forget, the flame in you burns brighter when fueled by community. Stand as a lighthouse, but also help keep the lamp filled. Together, vi skiner stronger, farther, and longer. Chosen one. This is your season of unveiling. Do not shrink back. Step into the visibility prepared for you. Not with arrogance, but with reverence. The world does not need a flawless hero. It needs a real one. Scarred, but standing. Broken yet burning. Humble yet crowned. That is who you are. Chosen one. A crown is not only received, it must be maintained. Many begin with fire in their eyes and zeal in their hearts, only to stumble because they failed to guard what they carried. To wear the crown is one thing, but to preserve it day after day, season after season, is the greater calling. The weight of destiny does not lessen when the crown rests on your head, it increases. You must understand, the greater danger is not always losing the battle before the crown, but losing vigilance after it. When victory arrives, complacency often follows. Success whispers, "You have arrived." Influence suggests, "You no longer need discipline." Yet crowns do not stay secure through talent or applause. They stay secure through humility and consistency. The risen Christ speaks in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 11, "I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown." Notice carefully, your crown can be taken, not by accident, but through negligence. This is not to terrify you, but to awaken you. What heaven places on your head must be guarded with vigilance. Chosen one. How do you maintain the crown? By guarding your atmosphere. Your eyes, ears, and heart are gates. What you allow through them determines whether your crown shines or tarnishes. Fill your heart with poison, and the crown grows dim. Fill your spirit with truth, and the crown gleams brighter. You must also guard your relationships. Not everyone honors the oil you carry. Some will mock it, others will try to drain it, and a few may attempt to steal it. Discern carefully. Align with those who strengthen your walk, not those who sabotage it. Remember, even Samson's strength was not lost on the battlefield, but in the lap of compromise. Guard your rest. Chosen one. Crowns are heavy, and burnout is a silent thief. The enemy delights in exhausting chosen vessels until they can no longer lift their heads. Rest is not laziness, it is obedience. Even Jesus withdrew to solitary places, modeling a rhythm of renewal. If the Son of God valued rest, how much more must you? And above all, guard your humility. Pride is always the greatest enemy of crowns. The higher you rise, the more temptation whispers. Pride tilts the vessel until blessings spill. But humility steadies your hand, reminding you daily, this crown is grace, not entitlement. The greater the glory, the lower you must bow. Chosen one. Never forget that the crown is not ornamental. It is functional. It carries weight. It symbolizes responsibility as much as authority. When you wear it, you are not only carrying your name, you are carrying His. That is why vigilance is not optional. You are representing heaven's kingdom. Think of a garden entrusted to a caretaker. Left untended, weeds creep in, roots rot, and fruit withers. Yet when carefully cultivated, it flourishes. Your crown is that garden, daily tending prayer, surrender, repentance. Gratitude keeps it alive. Neglect leaves it vulnerable. Even small cracks can become fractures. Skipped prayers, ignored warnings, tolerated compromises. They seem harmless at first, but they grow. Just as a stone splits under pressure through a hairline crack, so can a crown slip when small neglects are ignored. Guard even the smallest things, for they protect the greater treasure. Chosen one. Maintaining the crown is not about perfection, it is about persistence. You will stumble, you will feel weary, but what matters is your return. Each time you realign, each time you bow again, each time you choose obedience anew, you tighten the crown on your head. Heaven does not demand flawlessness, it delights in faithfulness. The proof of endurance is not in never falling, it is in always rising again. Crowns are not lost to those who stumble, they are lost to those who quit. And you, beloved, are not a quitter. The very fact that you are still standing proves that you were made to carry glory without collapse. So keep watch. Guard your atmosphere. Protect your relationships. Value your rest. Clothe yourself in humility and polish your crown daily with prayer and obedience. For when the day comes that you stand before the King, may your testimony be this: I held fast. I did not let my crown slip. End quote. Chosen one. The weight of the crown is real, but so is the grace to carry it. Do not fear it. You have been trained for this, refined for this, preserved for this. And the same hand that placed the crown on your head will strengthen you to hold it until the very end. Chosen one. Everything until now has been training. The awakenings, the warnings, the refinings, the battles, the hidden seasons, the unveiling. Each part of the journey has been chiseling you into someone ready to carry a final charge. You were never meant to circle endlessly in preparation. Preparation always points toward release. Now is the hour where your calling demands expression. This final charge is not for the faint of heart. It is for those who have walked through fire and survived. It is for those who have felt the crushing weight and discovered they could still stand. It is for those who have tasted despair yet refused to surrender. And that is you. You are still here. Not because the path was easy, but because purpose preserved you. Chosen one. You must understand, your story is not ordinary. Ordinary lives do not bear extraordinary battles. Ordinary hearts do not tremble under the weight of destiny. Ordinary people are not pressed in ways that seem unfair. You were never ordinary. You were marked. Every struggle, every scar, Every hidden night of prayer proves it. Your final charge is to live as chosen, not just to know it, not just to speak it, but to embody it, to walk in strength when others falter, to speak life when others sow despair, to shine light even when shadows press heavy. This is not performance, it is identity. The Apostle Paul, at the end of his race, declared in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith." These words are more than reflection. They are prophecy over you. To be chosen is not only to begin well, but to endure until the crown is sealed at the end. Chosen one. Your life is no longer about survival, it is about commission. You have survived to this point, but now you are dispatched. Dispatched into families that need your resilience. Dispatched into communities that need your wisdom. Dispatched into environments that need your fire. You are a torchbearer, carrying flame into places still cloaked in night. This is why the enemy has fought you so relentlessly. He saw glimpses of this hour. He knew what would happen if you made it through the refining net. He feared your unveiling more than your survival. That is why attacks felt relentless, because of the threat you now pose. But he did not succeed. You are crowned. You are armed. You are ready. Chosen one. Take this charge seriously. You are not being sent as a spectator. You are being sent as a warrior, wherever you stand. Atmospheres must shift, wherever you speak. Chains must weaken, wherever you walk. Light must break forth. Your presence is not casual, it carries weight. But never forget the anchor, humility. Without it, crowns slip. Without it, fire burns out. Without it, authority corrupts. Your charge is not only to fight bravely, but to bow deeply, to remember that every ounce of strength comes from grace, every victory from His hand, every crown from His choosing. Chosen one. Lift your head. The time of hiding is finished. The time of silence is done. The time of delay has ended. This is your final charge. Live as chosen. Fight as chosen. Endure as chosen. For the one who began this work in you will not leave it unfinished. Step forward, not in fear, but in confidence. You carry scars, yes, but they are proof of survival. You carry weight, yes, but it is evidence of trust. You carry a crown, yes, but it is a seal of heaven's choosing. And as you walk, let every step declare, I am chosen, and I will finish my race. 1. Chosen one. As this journey draws to a close, know that the words you have received were not meant to entertain you, but to awaken you. Each section has been a trumpet, a lantern, a reminder that you are set apart. Heaven has placed a crown upon your head, and with it, a charge to walk in strength, humility, and purpose. You are not here by accident. Every battle you fought, every scar you carry, every tear you shed has prepared you for this exact moment. You are chosen. You are preserved. You are ready. Now is the time to rise boldly, to live as one who understands that destiny is not a suggestion, but a summons. But beloved, do not let this flame end with you. Just as a torch lights the path for others, so too can this message. Share it with someone still wandering in the dark. It may be the very lifeline they need. Like it so the light travels further than your circle. Subscribe so you remain connected to a flow of strength that will sustain you in coming days. And if your heart is stirred, consider sowing into this work, not as transaction, but as participation, as pouring oil into a lamp that keeps shining for countless souls who need direction. Finally, let your voice be heard. Comment below what resonated most deeply in you. Your reflection may be the confirmation another heart is waiting for. Together, we rise not as scattered voices, but as a chorus of chosen ones, carrying light into a weary world. The message has been given. The mantle has been placed. The call is clear. Step forward now. Chosen one, the world is waiting for your flame.